Hi, my name is Lisa Lundy. I'm a motivational speaker, a mother, and the author of The Super Allergy Girl, Allergy and Celiac Cookbook from a Mother Who Knows. This is a gluten-free, dairy-free, egg-free, peanut-free, tree-nut-free, and other allergen-free cookbook. What I'm here to talk to you about today is to offer some financial tips for tough times. As somebody who has weathered 6 long years of chronic financial bills, medical bills that were not covered by our insurance plan to keep our daughter alive, my husband and I know very well how difficult it can be when you don't have money. Our situation was exacerbated because we weren't quite sure our daughter would make it for the first 3 years. So we've spent over $100,000 out of pocket to cover my daughter's life-saving medical treatments. And we're still here with some authentic and genuine ideas that hopefully will help you. The first thing I would recommend is an obvious no-brainer. These are all obvious no-brainers, by the way, but when you're in a crisis and your life has been turned upside down, logic doesn't always rule the day. The first thing I would recommend is that you eliminate all non-essential spending. I know it's difficult to say to your relatives, to your family, to your nieces and nephews, and even your children that we won't be taking trips, we won't be dining out, we won't be doing gift giving, etc. We won't be spending money on new clothes. But when times are tough financially, it calls for different actions. The next thing is to get out of denial. Denial as a psychological component is designed to keep people safe, like a little plastic bubble for a short period of time. But in the long-term sense, staying in denial is very damaging and self-sabotaging. So pick yourself up off the ground, shake yourself off, and recognize the situation for what it is, because denial's not going to help you in the long run. The next thing I would advise is to make a budget and stick to it. Easier said than done, but quite frankly, it's a great idea to do all the time, even when you're not in tough financial times. You can also barter goods and services. There are things such as time banking and bartering sites now that you can log on to, join, become a member, and you can offer your services in trade for services somebody else has. People also do this locally in their community. So if you become open to the possibilities, I'm sure you'll see things as far as bartering or exchanging goods and services, which can save you money and be very helpful. You might also have to be wary about it, but at least it will be something you can consider and do some research on. The next thing is to sell precious and non-precious items. My husband sold his most prized possession to help us get through our financial difficulties with our daughter's medical bills. He sold his antique MG TD car that he had had since he was in high school. Not an easy decision, you might imagine. Certainly not something that I wanted him to do. But the bottom line is, we have sold big precious things and small little things, and we haven't gone bankrupt. So, consider the value of holding on to something versus going bankrupt, and maybe that'll give you some new direction or new light. Ask for what you need. Be authentic about your situation and be upfront and tell people the truth. That's going to get you further than the pretense of pretending that everything's fine and we have plenty of money. Accept what is offered. I found this extremely difficult 6 years ago because I'm the kind of person who likes to help other people. It's very difficult for me to accept contribution. But after quite some time of these extraordinary medical bills and it going on, I realized that I wasn't doing myself a favor and I needed to accept whatever help was offered. And the kind of help that we received was free babysitting from people in the community like Linda and Alberta. Diane edited my cookbook, and Linda. We had clothing that my friend Stacy sent us. We had legal help from McAndrews, Heldon Malloy in Chicago, and other people. We've had a lot of help, and we were open to receiving the help. So ask for what you need and accept for what is offered. I would also recommend that you think outside the box. You have a certain way that you think your life should go and a certain way that you look at it. If you can look at it from a different point of view, you might see some new openings or ideas for how to conserve money or make money or get out of the financial situation that you're in. In difficult times, it's also a great idea to keep a gratitude journal or a journal or a piece of paper, something that will keep you very conscious of the fact that you're not living in the worst of circumstances, and to be thankful for what you have to be thankful for. It's many times difficult to think of something to be thankful for when you feel so suffering and you feel like there's no light at the end of the tunnel and it's never going to end and you're not going to make it. I understand that. I completely get it. But the bottom line is, no matter how bad it is for you, there's somebody, or many times, many people who have it much worse than you, especially if you're living in the United States or one of the other G8 countries. If you're not destitute, you're not one of the 5 million children that's going to die of starvation because of a lack of food and nutrition in the next coming year. So if you get outside of the box and start looking at what you have to be grateful for, and even look at some world statistics about health and poverty and wellness that might give you a different point of view to actually get out of your way and get out of a rut of feeling bad for yourself, because that's pretty easy to do. So attitude is everything, and I do recommend that if you think that you won't make it, you probably won't make it. If you think that you will make it and it's not going to be difficult or it's going to go a certain way, that's what you bring to the party. Ask any major athletic coach what they would tell their team. Think like a winner and be a winner, as opposed to the trauma and the drama. So check your attitude and look at the things that you can do to make very difficult times much easier. I have been very grateful for the difficulties that we've experienced. Not to say I would wish them on anyone else, because I wouldn't. However, it's caused us to grow and develop, and it's caused some things where we are now contributing to people in a way that humbles me greatly and fills me with a sense of pride and gratitude. So for a downloadable free document, you can go to our website, www.thesuperallergycookbook.com, and trust me, I'm praying for all of you, because I know together we will make it.